Like you did that one time, it should be fine.
It wasn't the disconnect button. We're here now.
Oh no.
Yes, hands.
Yes, I've totally done that before, and there's evidence. It will live forever on YouTube. Hi, everybody. I'm Aphi the DM. This is the Vactair, and welcome back to the 10 Days of Tabletop. This is our final day, our 10th day. Been a December, and thank you everybody for all the support and watching and playing and throwing money at Extra Life. If you don't know, Extra Life is an amazing organization. They raise money for pediatric wards across Canada and the US to get needed medical equipment, pay off hospital bills, just get kids something to do between appointments and surgeries. And thanks to everybody who watched, we raised over $1,500 USD. So thank you for that. There is still time before tomorrow. I believe the cutoff is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to still throw some money at it.
Yeah, I think so.
But thank you. We reached our extended goal. So thank you.
Throw money.
Artemis, what'd you forget?
I don't know. What did I forget?
Craigbot.
Shit! And I even wrote it down, too.
Yeah.
Is it going to mess everything up if I turn it on now?
Nope.
Okay.
You just won't have the beginning audio.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Whatever.
I got it. Just do your thing. I'll turn it on.
Okay. Our sponsor for tonight as well is CanadianDice.ca. We love Ryan. Ryan loves us. And because he loves us, we're giving you 10% off anything ordered at CanadianDice.ca using the code TheVactair, all one word. And yeah.
Now recording.
You can get clicky clacky math rocks from Canadian Dice. Thank you, Craigbot, for your obnoxious entry.
I wish there was a way to make it do that quietly.
Yeah. As well, if you have anything or don't have anything to do tomorrow, Artemis and Rick from Hammer the Gods podcast are running a Babies and Broadswords one-shot over on the Hammer of the Gods podcast channel here on Twitch.
8 p.m.
Sorry, when?
8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m.?
Yep.
8 p.m. is the one-shot, and then they're going to be running some games. I'm thinking it's Jackbox. Right here in the Discord. So join the Discord and you can come out and play with our nonsense. I won't be here because I won't be here.
You have a life.
Sort of. Not really. What else? What else do we have? Howl of the Carrion King Season 2 returns Sunday at 7:30 p.m. on DM Jeremy's channel. Artemis and I are both in that. And it may not be called Howl of the Carrion King, but that's what it's called right now, so that's what we're going with.
Ooh.
And Mistwalkers, my campaign that I DM, returns Monday at 8 p.m. With a new layout and new character art and lots of fun stuff. You may have accidentally seen a preview of it because I pressed the wrong button on my stream deck.
Way to go.
I don't know why I'm allowed near technology. I just fuck everything up. It's fine. But other than that, we all just wish you a happy new year. Happy Festivus, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa. Whatever it is you celebrate, we're here for it. And we hope you have a good one. Just be well, don't drink and drive, order an Uber, wear a mask, because COVID is still the thing. Putting that out there.
And now strep, too.
And strep. Strep is going around. I think my husband has it. It's great.
No.
Woo! Yay! So, without
It's
further
fine.
ado, we are going to meet our crew for tonight, starting with DM Emily.
Hi, that's me. I haven't been on here in a while, so I'm going to be probably awkward. I'm Emily, or Corvée something or other on the various social medias, except for Twitter, because Elon Musk is... And yeah, I write adventures and I paint miniatures and I like D&D a whole lot. And this is not D&D, so this should be really interesting.
It's D&D adjacent.
It's D&D adjacent.
It's fine. It's gonna be great. Don't panic.
No comfort zone!
And I could just do this all at once, but Kat, Ash, and Woody, you're joining us from Storyteller's Tavern,
Woo!
so tell us all about that, tell us about you, and if there's anywhere else that we can find you, let us know.
Yeah, so we're the Storyteller's Tavern. We're a TTRPG podcast and like supplement creator. We're currently running the Sunless Citadel, and you can find us pretty much anywhere that you can see podcasts, as well as like on YouTube. We're mostly active like on Instagram, so you can hit us up on that.
Nice. Ash, Woody, anything else to add?
Can I promote myself?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah,
do.
totally. You can find me just really TikTok and Twitter, even though I despise Elon Musk, at Ash of Clan Wren, WREN. If you are looking for some Star Wars chaos to be added to your life, I am happy to provide.
Beware, there's a lot of Mon Mothma simping. It is scary.
She is amazing. Now, for some reason, we've added Reggie Antilles to the mix, and I blame one of my friends for that. So, yeah. Woody?
I'm not really active on my social media. It's mostly just my personal social media. So, hi, I'm Woody. I'm a bit of an enigma. You can't really find me anywhere. But if you want, I guess you can follow me on Instagram, which is at Thumeria, which is PTHUERIA. It's a reference to Bloodborne. So yeah, I'm not very active. I mostly just repost stuff. But if you really want to follow me, you can follow me there. And other than that, I am very bad keeping up on social media. So
Same though, that's why I have Artemis. Speaking of, who are you, Artemis?
Yeah, I'm Artemis. I'm the social media manager, content coordinator, resident crazy lady, whatever, of the Vactier. I basically am just kind of always here, do whatever Aphi needs, play it in her Mistwalker game on Mondays, and I run our Fixius 5 game on Fridays, and other stuff. And yeah, I'm just always here.
Yeah, your chaos organization skills and cat
Called an online nerd
shepherding?
organizer.
Yes.
So apparently I'm an Ono.
An Ono? Yeah,
Yeah, I'm an Ono.
you are. Because we all got the ADHDs. That's why we play D&D, because it makes us happy with the dopamine.
Such
Yep.
a mood.
And I'm
It's
Aphi
true.
the DM. I run the Vactier. I do all the big picture stuff, and Artemis makes it all little tasks so they're actually achievable. That's all I got. I'm also bad at social media, but you can find me at Aphi the DM or on the Vactier. I will answer
Yeah, you
usually
can
when
always-
Artemis pokes me.
You can always find Woody, me, and Kat at Storyteller's Tavern. So
Yeah, absolutely.
that's basically our life.
All right. So, Emily, did you want us to introduce our characters, or have you written that into your intro?
Yes, let's do that. For those who don't know, what we're playing is called A Familiar Problem. It was created by Marisha Ray and Grant Howitt. Grant Howitt wrote things like
Honey Heist.
Honey Heist. And Marisha Ray, if you don't know who she is, you should watch Critical Role because she's pretty cool.
If you don't know who she is, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, we stand Marisha Ray at
We
this.
Yeah, we do.
chat. Um,
It's a mood.
It's basically a simple one-page RPG all about familiars. So everybody is a familiar. And feel free to introduce.
All right, I'll go first. I am playing Calliope, who is a vulture familiar for a barbarian named Boris the Bonebreaker III.
Yes. Next.
It's like class. Next.
Oh, it's witty.
I don't have one, so I can't.
okay, I guess I'll go next. So I'm playing Dead or Alive, but people just call him Billy. He is a lizard familiar, but he looks like a bearded dragon, and he is the familiar of a gunslinger known as the Deadeye Darling, but people just call her Darla.
Nice. Artemis.
I'm playing that Penetar because I'm funny like that, and she's a little familiar to Cortez the wizard. She's just a little guy. Oh, Aphi.
In case you didn't know, she's a bat.
Yeah.
Little bat.
In case you couldn't guess.
Ash?
So I am playing Oak, and he is a squirrel familiar to a Circle of Wildfire druid named Stephanie. Both chaos. That's all I can say.
I'm playing fucking Reggie. If you watch Fixius 5, you know who I am. I'm a rat. I live in Ram's Chest. She's a barbarian. Barbarian Warforge.
Love it.
Reggie.
See if we've got full New York pizza rat. I'm here for it.
Fucking right we have.
Okay. That means I have to
I warned you.
actually start this now.
Oh, I knew it.
That doesn't go.
So this is taking place in a world I created called Bankar. And there is a continent at the very northern edge of the world called Tavern Avust. Because everything in my world has impossible names. And in Tavern Avust, at the top of the world, there is a tower. It is very old and very, very magical. Every year, a team of highly skilled, hardy folk from your home in Loise travels to the tower to ensure the transition into the new year happens smoothly. You are not those adventurers, of course. You are their familiars. You'll know this trip is no big deal. It's just kind of cold. Go up there, climb this big fancy tower, hang out in a big fancy room that's magically protected and warm and comfortable until the proper time passes, and then you all go back home. Easiest gig in the world, aside from the freezing cold temperatures, harsh winds, terrifying icebound creatures, and the fact that you have to make the whole trip from the coast of Tavern Avust on foot. Which is fine, because you're almost there now anyways. You can see the tower in the distance, frozen white landscape with harsh blowing winds, and the towering image of the spire ahead of you. As you approach the tower, if there's anything you would like to describe, maybe your character and their adventurer, before entering the spire, feel free.
Go first. Well, Ram is currently 7'11". I can't remember. Tall. No. And she's trudging through the snow in nothing because she's a robot and doesn't need anything. But she's got a red cloak on that billows just for funsies. I'm in her chest cavity at the current moment, and I got like a little tank window that I'm looking out at because it's too fucking cold out there. But Reggie himself, he is brown-furred rat. One of his ears is missing like a little yank, a little bit at the tip. And his tail, the tip of the tail is missing as well. Missing a digit on his paws. He's had a bit of a hard life, but he's also covered in purple arcane swirls that ultimately led to his becoming awakened.
Yeah, little shit.
All right, I guess I can go next. So, Boris Bonebreaker III is a dwarven barbarian who has a very long and like curly black beard and long curly black hair, and he's got this kind of like stern stoic expression of seriousness, and he's wearing this cloak of furs, and he's got an axe at his side, and on his shoulders is perched this very decrepit old looking vulture that looks like she's about to fall apart. Like she's just that old. And she's currently holding in her talon a small like hand mirror that she's just staring at herself and just saying, "Oh yes, you are the most beautiful bird I've ever seen. There is no other bird like you." And she's just perpetually doing that as the dwarf is just walking. And that's me.
So your adventurers are like out front, but neither of you are like scouting.
Oh, Calliope is very much like not paying attention because it's what she does.
Too cold. My eyeballs are fucking frozen.
So,
the rest of you.
I'll go.
So Stephanie.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So Stephanie is a wood elf druid. She's a average height for an elf. She's on the younger side. She's only like 115, and she's wearing a cloak with the hood up, and then her hair, you can kind of see part of it. It's in a long braid, and her hair is like shockingly red. And there's a little like bump shoulder on the right side of her cloak. And underneath that is where Oak is sitting, because that's where he sits, on her shoulder. And he's not very comfortable because knowing that this was going to be a long trip, he got himself a little bit fattened up for the winter. So, you know, he's like, I'm too lazy to walk now. I ate so much food. Already had my feast.
Oh, amazing.
So, right, exactly. Cortez is just like your average human-looking dude. He's got like a little goatee thing going on, and he's wearing like a big kind of maroon cloak that he's got pulled up over his head right now, and just poking out alongside his face. You can just barely make out the like nose portion of a little brown bat who is wrapped up like a burrito in their own wings, and just kind of surveying everything, sort of hanging upside down from like his hair.
Nice.
Baby.
So cute.
Just this little guy.
This little guy.
And
I guess I'll go. So walking through the snow is a 6'3" Yanti. She has very sharp facial features that are dotted in these like small scars. And even walking casually, she has this like huge devilish smile and these an intense green, specifically left eye, because her right eye is covered with a black eye patch that has a red X embroidered on it. And her hair is like tied up in a bun, but it appears to be made out of like very small scales. And on top of it, she has her hat, which is a black felt cowboy hat, and it is kind of asymmetrical, so one side's up, one side's down. She is carrying herself very highly as she wears this kind of long black cotton dress with a jacket over it, kind of like a long trench coat with some tails at the back of it. And she has these riding boots that are not great for this weather at all. And around her waist, she has a holster that has 2 revolvers on like either side. Very gunslinger as she's walking through the snow. And on her shoulder, kind of like protected by like the long, tall collar, is a bearded dragon. He is a paradox morph bearded dragon, which means that he has pale, almost translucent scales but covering his body are like these orange spots of scales. And he has a small brown cowboy hat on his head that is also embroidered with a red X on it. And he is holding his head up really high, and his entire beard is just like pitch black because he is always riled up. And every time a snowflake goes by, he like bobs his head and is like looking around and bobbing his head at things. And he bobs his head at a tree, and it bobs his head as a bush, and he's just like looking around because he's ready. at any moment to snap, and he is just wound up. So yeah, that's Billy and Darla.
Well, it is blowing a lot, so Billy is probably like in and out a whole lot. You would have all been like given away to enter the towers. Probably Cortez knows how to use the item that gets you into the tower. The wind is whipping around, so you have to like hold all your hats and cloak hoods and scarves, anything around your face just to be able to see. And there's just nothing for miles but this giant tower. Cortez, when you finally get to the door, would reach into his bag and pull out this, like, it looks like a rolled up ribbon. And as soon as he unrolls it, you see there's a golden ornament at the top and a silver ornament at the bottom. 2.5 feet of wide blue ribbon in between. They pull it out and it almost blows away in this blizzard, which was similar to the weather that we had a few days ago. It almost gets away from him. Before he regains his composure and steps up to the door, he takes the golden part and then holds it for someone to knock it in. Probably Ram or Boris would just punch it into the door. And then as soon as the spike goes into the door, the silver part pulls the ribbon taut and it melds itself to the door and the door swings open. Everyone steps inside. The ribbon is unhooked from the door, rolled back up, and the door slowly swings itself shut with the loud click of several latches and locks engaging before everything around you settles into stillness because you can no longer hear the wind outside and the blowing blizzard-like conditions that you've been walking through for several days now. A large cylindrical chamber that you are in is warm and lit with torchlight. The ceiling is 50 feet up, and the walls are heavily adorned in white-on-white fractal patterns, with 2 mirroring staircases ahead of you going up to the next level. There seem to be any adjoining rooms here, and while it was already warm and lit, there doesn't seem to be anyone else here. Your adventurers ascend the stairs to the 2nd level, and the rest of you are free to do as you like.
This is a shit place.
Yes, I would not say that it is very good. It is not nice. It is very dark. I do not like it. It's not good for my eyes.
I like it here. I'm the knight.
Billy's probably bobbing his head at a rock.
What would you fucking stop that? You're making me paranoid.
We don't know what's around here. We gotta make sure we assert our dominance to every single thing in this room.
But it is a rock.
You don't know that.
I see with my perfect eyes that is a rock.
I go
He,
over
like,
to
leans
the
forward.
rock, and I pull out a little, like, screwdriver from my belt, because I'm wearing a tool belt, all with rat-sized tools, and I, like, on the rock.
Make
In
a
canon, it's literally like an eyeglass kit.
Yeah.
make a clever check.
All right.
Anyone that wants to, that's inspecting the rock, I'll say, can do
I
that
will
as
inspect the rock
I
as
got an
well.
8.
well.
I got a 9.
He's
I
just
got-
gonna be watching them do this.
I got a 7.
That's all really good. It turns out it's just a rock.
Like I said, a fucking rock.
Probably blew in when the door opened.
It probably blew in when the door opened.
Billy kind of eyes it with like one eye really wide, and he goes, "Okay, well, we gotta make sure we inspect everything in this room."
Well, you do that. You enjoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here and not do that. You go right ahead.
Make another clever check. Just Billy. Since
I'm
you're
sure
inspecting
that-
everything in the room.
I'm sure that nothing here will hurt us. Hope not.
Billy got another 9 for clever.
Dang, okay. The room, it's basically like a giant foyer. There's like little alcoves that have like this torchlight, but there's no actual torches. It's all magical. And there's like ornamentation on the walls. It's like fancy wallpaper, basically.
Mhm.
And then there's 2 sets of stairs, but they both go up to the same place. Looks like.
That seems redundant.
Yes,
should
if
tear
it's
the other
going
one
up to
down.
the same place, so strange. I do not understand their architecture.
They always seem to be adding extra shit for no fucking reason.
Yes, they should make it simple. We just need wings. That's all they need. Wings
I
are
mean-
perfect.
I agree, but that's not always going to be the case. They can't
It
just
is
sprout
true.
wings, generally speaking.
That is true. Well,
I've seen some of them do that.
with spells, yes, sometimes.
I mean, just one staircase, though.
That could also be smart.
It just... redundancy.
So much criticism for my imaginary architecture. How dare you? How dare you?
We're here to
Sorry.
pick apart every little thing.
Why would you make 2 staircases?
Billy goes
The
over to
wings.
Billy goes over to the bottom stair and starts bobbing at it.
What are you doing now?
He is obviously checking the integrity of stairs.
Yeah, gotta make sure it don't have traps. Gotta make sure that it's sturdy.
And our people just go up there, though?
You did see like a however many pound, 7 foot something
Rams
metal
like
seven
person
7'10".
walk up the stairs.
7'10" and about 500 pounds. Plus gear.
And they seem to be the stairs seem to be unscathed.
I think the
Is
stairs
there a
are fine.
railing?
There is railing on both sides.
I mean, it would be stupid for them to build 2 staircases and then only put 1 railing up.
I mean, on both
Flap
sides
over to the
of both
railing and hang upside
staircases.
down on it.
So there's 4 railings.
There's 4 railings, even more
4
redundant.
railings.
Well, what shall we do to
You're welcome.
occupy time? What shall we do?
I want to know what they're doing.
Well, I suppose we could go there.
What I'm saying. Unless
I'm down.
Head Bop Billy wants to keep, like, bopping at the stairs.
Billy is like starting to climb the stairs, but every step he has to bob his head at the next step and then go up, and then bob his head and then go up, and then bob his head and then go up.
Like, does your neck not hurt when you're doing that?
No, why would my neck hurt?
After about an hour, you make it up the stairs of this
Oh.
50-foot tall room.
Would it have taken us an hour if Billy didn't have to bop at everything?
No, I don't think so.
Take about a minute.
I do not think so.
Oh,
But
just
Billy
gonna
had to
go
make
up
sure it.
via the railing. Very quick.
You're
Can
gonna
I be like flying overhead, like making pictures with sound? Like,
Sure.
you know, like a bat does, obviously.
Oak is gonna take the railing up the stairs.
Oh, excellent. Very squirrel thing to do. And it's a very nice railing. It's not too slippery.
Well, that's a plus. At least it's, you know, architecturally sound.
Look,
That's
all of
great.
the railings in my imaginary buildings are very nice, okay?
I am very glad that we've determined this.
I mean, if they were slippery, that
Uh,
seems even more redundant.
Everything is highly polished and you will slip and fall. Emerging out into the second level as you go up, the light is a little more dim here, but it seems to be by design. The central room here is much smaller with a lower ceiling, and there's a central seating area with a fire pit, and there are doors all around. As you kind of begin to explore, you see that the adventurers are going into all of these rooms because they are bedrooms. Each has its own fireplace, which uses magical fire, and a window with thick blue frosted glass. The beds are soft and comfortable and piled high with blankets and white furs, and from the central area, the staircases continue up to the next level.
They were gonna leave us in the foyer while they have all this luxury up here.
That is not very smart or wise.
Ram doesn't even sleep.
See, I don't know about
But
you,
the-
but Darla would never leave me. She left me downstairs so that I could make sure that it was safe. So I know about you, but Darla would never let me know where.
I'm pretty sure she just did.
Yeah, but I was just... She was just making sure that I, was taking control of everything.
I think that she needed to have you go on special mission to check this every single stairs to make sure that it was good.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And we were sent down there to check the integrity of the stairs and figure out that it was redundant to have another. That is the reason.
Yes, that's exactly the reason. And you wouldn't know because I have a lot of responsibility.
That is good for you. Good
Thank
for
you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Finally, some respect. Thank you.
As the only actual animal here, they left us down there for no reason.
No,
if-
I don't think
The
so.
rest of
No.
you are fake creatures.
No.
I was a rat.
What was that like?
I don't remember.
Oh,
That's
Well, there was
That's
this one
kinda
point
heavy.
where the rat catcher, and he, pulls up his tail, and it's, all, gnarled and scarred at the tip. Did this to me with a butcher knife. But
That is not very
that's
nice.
about all I remember.
It's terrible.
I don't really know how to react to that.
yes, I do
Wait.
not understand what it is like to be animal, but, it is... The rat, I think, is very noble creature.
Calliope.
You said you were given a lot of responsibility, right?
Yeah, always.
Have you ever had to babysit a child?
No.
Does that
Like a-
mean I have more responsibility than you?
Human one?
The
You-
dwarf elf child.
You are squirrel of fire, and you had to babysit child?
Yes.
Your adventure, very strange, very, very strange.
Is there
sounds-
a
Ill-advised.
is there a version of the child welfare organization in your world? 'Cause
Not yet, but maybe you can make it.
that seems very not wise.
Well, I
And
never.
Reggie's gone southern.
I'm picking up Woody's accent. The ADHD is strong.
By the end, we'll all be talking the same.
Yep.
Honestly, I keep trying to slip into Seeker, and I'm like, no.
Well, I've never had to babysit a child, but there was this one time I had to keep stakeout on one of our jobs, and I dropped an anchor on the head of a sheriff.
That is something.
Yeah.
See, I've had many adventures in my long life. Many. Unfortunately, they've never lasted long for me.
Why not?
Well, adventure not too smart. Sometimes they buy spell that centers fireball on them. Sometimes they fall off cliff. Not my fault. Sometimes I'm scouting, but I fall asleep, and adventure gets mauled by owlbear. Not the best. Adventure not smart in my opinion, but you do good when you're responsible. But I am the most responsible bird there is. Of
That
course.
whole montage just played in my head.
I
Random
legitimate-
adventurers just dying.
I love the idea of a familiar that's just been through so many adventures. You just keep dying. I don't know what's happening.
That's why it's Boris the Third.
His name's not actually Boris. That's just what you call him.
The same familiar just passed down through the same family.
Either one, it's brilliant. Well,
Amazing.
look, they got nice bedrooms, but what are they doing here? They're not here to sleep because, again, Mom doesn't sleep.
That is strange.
Well, she's a warforged. They don't sleep. They just kind of shut down, sort of, for like 4 hours.
So then why the bed?
This is my question as well. Obviously, they are not here to sleep.
Anyone that wants to can make a clever or sly check to see if they can overhear the adventurers are talking about.
I will do sly.
Yeah, I'll also do sly.
I got a 10
Also
sly.
Do sly.
And an 8 slay.
Holy crap.
Look at us. Look at
I got a
us.
10. Sly.
That's
Pick all
amazing.
sly
Okay.
characters.
Yeah.
I know
Everybody
some
sly.
you and fly in it, so yeah.
I got an 8
yours?
sly.
Dang, okay. Okay.
Reggie's got a
Um,
+3 in sly.
Hey, same.
Yeah, I do. But I only rolled a 3, therefore I only have a 6.
That's still
Oh, Reggie.
Look, I'm a
Good
little
track.
busy contemplating why they gave a warforged a bed.
you kind of like just as you're kind of milling about in here and they're going into their various rooms, there's like 8 rooms and there's only 5 of them, so they have plenty to work with. But you can hear them starting to talk about eating and then setting up watches. They need to like take turns taking watches. Make sure
Mom,
nothing goes wrong.
Ma doesn't sleep either. Doesn't sleep and she doesn't eat.
Well,
Anyone
it's-
want a nice comfy bed?
And on top of that, she's always alert. So the watches don't need to happen.
Yes,
Maybe
it
she's
seems
just-
like
Sorry.
it seems like if somebody is awake, they wouldn't need to switch.
That's what I'm saying.
So there's got to be something going on.
Maybe
Well,
she just wants
my-
to help them feel useful.
Oh, that could be it. I know Boris, when he gets very in barbarian mode, you just have to let it go. You have to let him rage it out sometimes. And sometimes he might, rage too much and fall off a cliff.
A couple of them are starting. Each room has like a bath, and or not in their room. On the 3rd level, a couple of them are going upstairs, and there's like baths up there. So you start seeing like steam coming out from the 3rd level, because it's very cold outside, and you've been out in the weather for a couple days walking, and some of them are going to take a bath. And some of them are getting ready to eat, which is also on the 3rd floor.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I am very cold, so I'd like to go upstairs and warm up a bit. And also see my reflection in any water. Mirrors. So if anyone would like to join, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll-
it's pretty
I'll
frigid.
go.
There's no insulation in Ma's chest.
I'll go, but not near the water.
Why not? It's just
yeah.
water.
I think water might not be good for you.
No, I encountered water before. It was scary.
Makes sense.
What do you drink then?
I don't.
They're made
Think
out
I
of fire.
do.
They don't need it.
Oh, right.
Do you drink
It's
lava?
hard too. Fun. Lava. Sounds hot.
That must be very toasty.
So we could have hunkered around you this whole fucking time. This whole fucking
I
time.
don't like to be crowded.
We could have been in Ma's chest with you as a little furnace, keeping us all fucking warm, but no. That's it, and I go upstairs. To the 3rd floor.
I will fly after and follow.
Yeah, I'll fly up too.
On. Go ahead.
Billy will do like the bearded dragon run where they just like go like.
Oh no. Is Billy gonna get to the stairs and bob?
Oh my
Probably
God.
not. He probably like flies up them. Well, he can't fly, but figuratively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and if
That-
there's a railing,
would
Oak will take
hustle.
that.
there is so many railings in this place.
Amazing.
On
There's a
level
railing that
3,
doesn't go anywhere.
there's one just singular railing that's.
It's the anti-Star Wars.
Goes into a wall. Fine.
Why I check about the railings, cat, because I have Star Wars trauma.
Yeah.
Instead of like having like cross sections in the walls made of like wood, it's just like railings inside of the walls to keep the structure standing.
I love railings. Anything that has like empty open space is a no-no for me. I don't know.
What could go wrong?
Right. On level 3, there are more of these utilitarian rooms. One half holds several washrooms with white marble and silvery faucets. There's steaming hot water that pours out of the faucets, and there are shelves in each room with clear crystal bottles, each with a different variety of scented soap. For whatever reason, or people have made for these rooms first, settling into steamy baths to rest their aching muscles. The other half of this level holds a large dining room with a massive pale wooden dining table and comfortable white upholstered armchairs around it. Each place at the table is set with glossy white plates and bowls, crystal glasses, and silver utensils.
Place is pretty fancy.
I am going to fly over to where a bath is and just sit on the edge and look in the water and just start saying, "You are the most beautiful bird. Look at your wonderful folds. Yes, perfect. There is no bird like you. Look at that beak and it's so angular. Oh yes, you are the most beautiful bird. Never seen anything more beautiful than you."
You can see yourself very well. Everything's like white, the water is clear, and so it's like the perfect reflective surface.
Oh yes.
But Billy
Like go
comes
hang
over.
off the back of one of the chairs in perfect like bat shape so that I look like the Batman symbol as I'm sitting on the back of one of the white chairs.
Yes.
Billy like goes over to see what Calliope?
Calliope.
Calliope, thank you. What Calliope is doing, and when he looks down into the water and sees his own reflection, he's like, "Who let that guy in?"
Oh my god, Billy. It's
Who
your
let
own
that guy in?
reflection, you doofus.
Who let him in?
It's you!
Are you sure?
Is it doing the same thing you're doing while you look at it?
He's mocking me.
Also, he has the cowboy hat. The
He
same
stole my-
one as you.
He stole my hat!
Your hat is still
stole
on
my
your
hat!
head.
Oy vey.
He starts like going crazy, like spinning in circles, like lunging at it. His reflection
Billy.
just like
I think
Getting
there's
so
some
riled up.
crickets on the dining room table. Maybe you should go investigate those.
oh yeah, he definitely bolts towards that.
As soon as you go up to a plate and you're thinking about crickets, the whole plate fills with crickets.
I was just being a dick, but I didn't think that would work.
You know what? It's good for Billy. It turned out well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he starts chasing crickets. He's in heaven.
I'm also gonna go to a plate and imagine the very odd circular bread that I had at one point with the cheese and the tomato sauce and some like pepperonis on it.
Yes, yes. And one.
Oh, you're going back
appears
to
in
the
front of
spinach
you.
puffs.
With a side of spinach puffs.
Yep, and a little
Yeah.
like plate on the side. Spinach puffs.
This is my favorite fucking place and we're never leaving. I'll tell Ma.
Is everyone getting
And, like
something? to eat?
imagine, yeah, I would imagine like moths or something so that I can chase them
Yeah.
around the room.
Nice. Yeah, as soon as they appear, they like fly off.
I'm just like over
Heading
the
for
table, just
chandelier.
like yeah,
Yep.
it's like over
Crickets
the
are
table,
jumping
just chasing
everywhere.
around. My little bat ears are just going
It's
crazy.
so cute. I'm gonna fly on the dining table and I'm gonna think of just some bones.
Nice.
Just bones.
Just some like roadkill appears.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh yes, that is delectable, and start eating like it's fine dining.
You're killing the
Oak is
cat.
just gonna scamper onto the table and look at a plate and think of these like delicious edible clouds, but they're burnt. Basically
Like
marshmallows, but very burnt.
Oak is out here making s'mores.
He's just gonna start attacking them. His face. He's trying to eat them, but like once you break it open, it's still really gooey, so it's just all over his face.
True.
Yeah.
And it's like also burning because you're like a little fire spirit.
Yeah. Think of it hammy and over the hedge with the toothpaste.
Yes.
When you use rabid. That's kind of what Oak looks like right now. But more groomed and
I love
on
Oak.
fire.
I love Oak so much.
Cute. As you're like chowing down in here, can everyone make a clever check?
Okay.
Got a 6.
I got a 5.
I got a 7.
I also got a 7.
Hey.
It's rolling so high. I'll say someone got an 8. Right? Did I hear someone got an 8? No. 7?
No, it's
7.
A.
Yeah.
7.
Pat and I
Oh.
got a 7.
Oh, that was me saying "hey," like the
Oh.
bombs.
Oh, hey.
Okay. 7?
Yeah.
Barely see like a shadow kind of flicker up. Oh no, we lost someone.
Oh no. What was it?
Well, the shadow flickers off into the 4th floor. Sure.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ish.
Oh my
And-
god, Oak is fucking dead. Oh.
No,
Like-
not
The shadow took Oak. No.
The marshmallow was so burned that they just like poofed out back to the Feywild and then came back.
They
Yeah.
tried doing fluffy bunnies and it didn't work out too well for them.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oak. Oh my fucking god, Oak. is
There
fucking
you
dead.
are.
I'm
See
so
how
sorry.
that-
My tab crashed. I got a 7 as
Oh, great. Okay, so you would also see just like the slightest flicker of a shadow up in like the 4th level.
I think upon seeing the shadow, Billy like Superman leaps off the table and then hits the ground running like after the shadow.
You left your crickets. Now they're getting in my.
I'm a deadbeat
Cheese
dad.
bread.
I gotta go.
Ugh.
That's
Rats and
really very
crickets?
strange.
I don't remember. Well, whatever.
Amazing.
I mean, to be fair, Reggie eats anything, so.
That's true.
There's a very narrow staircase that hugs the wall of the central area in this floor and continues up. And it looks like it disappears into the ceiling, but you saw the shadow go through it.
Billy kind of like runs up. I imagine that he doesn't stop in time, so he kind of his head's against where the ceiling is, and he. Bearded dragons aren't very graceful when they fall, so he falls down a few stairs and it's kind of just like boom, 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 boom. And then he flips himself back onto his front, and then is looking at the ceiling and starts bobbing at it.
I'm gonna fly after Billy, and I see like Billy bobbing at something. I'm gonna be like, "What do you see, Billy?"
There was a shadow. Did you see that shadow? There was a shadow, but it went up here and it went through the ceiling.
Yes, I did see that.
You did? You did see it?
Yes, I did. I did. It took me out of my fine dining.
What? The fine dining.
Well, it's whatever we find on the road that is, already been marinated by time. You know, that is fine dining.
I don't
It's fermentation.
Well, I don't know what that word means.
Don't worry about it, Billy.
Do you know how to open ceilings?
I do not, but Boris is very good at that. I am not very strong. I am beautiful, but not strong.
Bat, who just sort of is got a mouthful of moth, kind of flaps over and was like, I know how to open doors.
Ooh,
Yeah, me too.
you open the door then. You guys open door.
I walk out with one hand on my hip and the other holding a triangle of this bread cheese concoction thing.
It's rat.
Yeah, I can open doors. Mom's chest is a door.
Oh, so then you are the expert.
Yeah.
All right, then I will
I
see.
can use my claw to pick the lock.
All right, you go ahead and do that.
I'll say working together.
I have door magic. It was one of the ones that I picked was door magic. So
Door magic.
Doorway. Yes,
so you can unlock doors. So
open, close, lock,
I
unlock.
figure with her little dew claw she's got, she uses it to pick locks. So
I love.
Yeah, you managed to find a place where the same kind of fractal pattern in the wallpaper. You move it and you hear a click, and the panel in the ceiling just goes. Whoop, and it just kind of unlatches.
I think.
And, go ahead.
and just sort of with one wing.
Billy kind of starts hopping up the stairs. My frog
will-
died.
Not the frog.
Oh wait, no, he's back. There we go.
Good. Right.
I will fly up after Billy.
I'll follow. Still eating my cheese bread.
As you go by, I'm just my little nose is sniffing because I've never seen
Hey.
whatever that is before.
Hey. Get your own.
I don't know what it is.
I don't either. I just had it once, randomly, and I kind of fell in love with it. I feel like it's part of my home.
It's part of your very being.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel the same way about moths.
It's disgusting.
Eh,
They have a powder on their wings.
yeah, gives it a
Guessing
little
it's not like
flavor.
icing sugar.
I mean, not really. It's a little chalky, but it's okay. Mosquitoes taste like Tabasco sauce.
Spicy.
Wow.
Yeah, they're good.
Why is it
Wow.
spicy?
Why is the blood
I feel like I'm learning so many things tonight that I never knew before.
Great.
The fourth level is almost completely dark. The walls are smooth and plain, and the room is a little bit cooler in temperature. Around you there are dark shapes piled high. And as your eyes adjust, it looks like there are some bookshelves, some crates and boxes, extra furniture kept under white sheets. There are windows in the walls of that same frosted blue glass, and some very faint light filters into the room through them. And in among the piles, you hear the skittering of clawed feet.
Oak. Oh, can you light up the room a bit? Your fire squirrel. Can you do that?
I'm not usually used to provide light.
That's fair.
And what is it?
Wait, that wouldn't help. No. One of Sephi's friends usually make things brighter.
Oh,
She's
Dad
not
knows
here.
that trick.
Light shit on fire.
Maybe not. Our people are here.
Yes, I don't think that's very dignified.
That's how I light the fuse of dynamite.
Oh yeah,
I-
there's our people are in here.
Don't
Maybe
want
we shouldn't
any
burn
of
it
you
down.
get hurt. So
Are there any
not right now.
like torches or candles in this room?
Not really. It seems like it's mostly a storage room.
Okay.
I'll say oak could probably, like, glow a little bit like a torch. Since you're a fire spirit.
Go for
So
oak.
all around oak, there's like, woo! I just hit the light. All around oak, there's like a 10-foot radius of just like light, torchlight.
Very
What-
nice, very fancy.
If you need something specific lit up, I can just go closer to that thing.
What about the ground? Are you gonna light the ground on fire?
Run around the ground. So if there's anything on the ground, we'll be able to see it.
All right, before it, spontaneously combusts. It's fine.
What would I roll to like try to perceive the like direction of the skittering that we heard?
I'd say maybe either clever or sly. Clever is like all the perception investigation kind of stuff, I think,
Mhm.
but to me, sly also seems like it would fit that bill because
Okay.
you're kind of sneaking and like prowling.
Okay. I think I'll roll sly as Billy kind of starts prowling around trying to look for the source of the sound.
I'm gonna like fly up and also do a sly.
I got
Deal.
a 10.
You'll do sly because that's what we're good at.
Yeah.
I finish my pizza and noisily off my remaining digits, and then I go,
Yeah.
"Hello."
I got an 11 on my fly.
I got a 12.
Jeez!
Yeah.
Jeez!
Damn.
I got a 10 on my die.
Holy crap!
So
Okay,
yeah,
Yeah, I got a 9.
I'm not just lucky on our podcast. I'm also lucky everywhere I go, I guess.
you're one of those people that like rolls exceedingly well all the time. And I am the balance, just like Will.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. Don't ever
I,
hug Will
uh,
Wheaton. He will curse you.
Got an 8.
Craney does have some really interesting roles.
You know, last time I played D&D, which was Wednesday, I didn't roll above a 10
Oof.
Oh no.
on the die. It was
I know the
bad.
feeling.
No.
It was real bad. Okay. So you all rolled extremely high. But so did they. Who got an 11 and a 12?
It was me.
Okay, so you two, you see like long, kind of shadowy shapes. There's like 2, and they like kind of slinking around some of the boxes, and then they basically climb the walls, or climb on some of the furniture and boxes and stuff, and then jump into the rafters in the ceiling because there's like rafters in this room, and up into the next level.
I'm gonna point with my head upwards and be like, up there! That's where they went!
Yeah. I'm trying to track them as best as I can with my echolocation.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to follow them without too much trouble. And all of you are pretty sly, pretty scrambly, nimble little creatures.
Mhm.
So, and some of you have wings. So, I'm going to say without any trouble, you're able to get up to the next.
I said hello. It's really rude to not reply. Hello.
Just as you peek out into the 5th level and you say that, you just hear little chittering, chuckling. And when you get to this level, this is where it becomes really obvious that the Spire is not just a glorified hotel. This room is nearly spherical, and the fractal patterns on the walls and ceiling are more exaggerated and more 3-dimensional. They're kind of jutting out into the room at odd angles. In the center of the room, there is a lit cylinder of the same frosted blue glass. And in the center of the cylinder is an orb in a deep blue color. Around that orb, you see an outer shell of white, translucent, flowing energy. And orbiting around the room outside of the cylinder are 9 masses of energy each in slightly different glowing colors. One seems very definitively to be a pyramid shape, and you see several more moving shadows skittering behind some of the patterns jutting out of the wall. Above the glass cylinder, there is a hole in the ceiling about 20 feet across.
We can see the
Is it
sky.
cold up here?
No, you see there's another level above. It is not cold. It is room temperature.
Anybody know why they brought us here?
No, that's
No
what we were
idea.
trying to figure out.
Yes, we do not quite know.
I don't really understand much of this magic stuff.
It's not worth figuring out. Sometimes fireballs centered on self, sometimes turn to plant, sometimes turn to sheep, sometimes anti-magic field. Not very good.
Oh, Dad doesn't do any of that.
That
What
is
else-
very lucky.
What else can people turn into?
Sometimes animals. I imagine that Oak knows about that.
Oh,
His
yeah.
girlfriend turned
Sometimes.
into like salamander.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, sometimes Steffi turns into a squirrel. We play. Happened.
That's so cute.
It's cute. These are just two little squirrels.
Oh, about
Sometimes-
the skittering. Should we alert the big ones, or are we gonna take care of this like useful members of society?
Dad was still in the bath when we left, so I think we should do it ourselves.
Yes, you don't want to get between Boris and bath time. He needs to brush all the tangles out of his beard. Takes hours and hours and hours to just sit there. It's not very fun. Unless I have mirror, then it is good time. So, I vote for doing it on our own.
If Darla was here, she'd just shoot the whole place up.
That seems
It
like
sounds
an
dangerous.
unwise idea with the shiny crystal ball business.
It's got
Yeah.
something like that and it's breakable, so yeah, that would not be a good idea.
Sometimes she lets me fire her gun. I'm not a good shot.
How do you fire gun with your little fingers?
They're not that little.
Yeah, it's how you use them.
Well, I don't imagine that it's like small gun, because that would be hard for adventure. Or does she size it down?
No,
For
it's
you.
a big gun. She just holds me and helps me fire it.
Oh, that is good teamwork. Very
Oh
good.
yeah, we make a pretty good team. But what basically what I'm trying to say is that Darla's the best shot, but she ain't the best shot. Her head.
Yes.
Making sense now, yeah.
I get why you two are a pair now.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you're a great team.
Oh,
Heroes.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I know that we make a really good team.
So what do we do? Because is skittering still happening?
Yes, but it's like moving up the walls. There's like all of these kind of three-dimensional shapes coming out of the walls and stuff. Very fancy. And it's kind of spherical, but it's easy to climb, and there's all these little shapes that are just bouncing in and out and kind of chuckling and laughing.
Can I sort of fly up and get like a better picture with my echolocation and see if I can
Yeah.
see kind of what it is?
Yeah. I'll say, yeah. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it, because you're like a bat. They're a little bit... They're like long. Whatever these things are, they're like long and wiggly, like a weasel. But they seem like they're almost not fully solid.
Repeat that information to the group, because I have one job on this ship.
They look like shadow with your eyes, and they look like shadow with your echolocation. They're like smoky.
She like lands down next to the rest of the group and like describes all this and like is like digging in her ear with her dew claw, trying to like clear it out. Cause she's like, something's wrong with my ears. They look weird, like black jello, but weasel shaped.
Do you think maybe they're ghosts?
That is very strange.
Well, if they were ghosts, they probably wouldn't show up on echolocations because that requires something bouncing back off of the noise. So they have some sort of physical mass.
Maybe we should climb up the walls and go up to the ceiling, to where that hole is.
Alright, we can do that, but you gotta promise me you're not gonna bob at every fucking fractal that's in this room.
I know. I need to make sure
We
that
don't
it's
got
safe.
time for that.
We got all the time in the world.
2 hours later. No.
2 hours later.
2 hours later. Yes, I was just.
God damn it. We don't got time for that. They might be doing something suspicious.
Okay, fine. But when we're coming back, I will
Yes.
do it.
You can
Then you
bob
can
at
bob.
everything on the way back.
Oh yeah.
I will leave you here to do that.
So much bobbing.
All of the bobbing.
Okay, you're able to climb the walls pretty easily. It basically turned the walls into stairs for all of you. It's not difficult at all to get up to the hole in the ceiling. And as you get up there, you see this like 6-sided room made entirely of blue tinted glass, but here they're not frosted. They are clear. And the weather outside doesn't seem to obscure the view. As you're looking out, you can see for miles and miles, you see the curve of the planet. You see jagged ice formations in the distance, some very far off kind of mountainous shapes, the far off glint of the waters you crossed to get here, and a tiny bit to the northeast, you see a blue light that goes up and up and up into the sky. And as you are looking in that direction, you see it kind of flicker. A few moments later, the whole tower shakes, and these long, shadowy shapes that you saw inside also seem to swirl outside the window.
I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Oh no, it's getting very jittery.
You can just fly.
Earthquake.
Yes, but
Like-
sometimes air get jittery too.
Oh, okay.
I'm like flat on the ground, like my wings
Turbulence.
just spread out. Like
Really like ducked and cover under something.
I just
under
do
my
the-
wing.
I do the Captain Kirk. Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! All while trying to look very cool.
Are you still
Oh.
holding pizza?
No, I finished the pizza.
Oh, okay.
You
But I'm
do start to hear your adventurers stirring far below, but it's gonna take them a while to get up here. They don't have
Uh-oh, Dad's
wings.
coming.
They're not good at climbing.
The
Some
blue
of them
light
can
in the
fly.
distance, is that the same blue of the orb?
Kind of, yeah. And like similar blue to the glass, but the glass is also tinted. So you're not sure if it's like...
Being the problem solver he is, while the shaking's happening, Billy's gonna go to the window and bob at it.
Good job, Billy. You keep it up.
They ain't gonna get through me.
Oh boy.
Does it seem logical that we should be able to see as far as we are in this space? There's some sort of magnifying going on.
There may be some sort of like magical magnifying. You get the idea that this is like kind of an observation room. And the whole purpose for this room being here is to be able to see long distances. So there may be spells on like the glass to be able to see farther. And especially like to be able to see whatever that beam of light is.
And it's just one singular beam?
Basically,
Or does it, like, split off on the ends?
it kind of splits off at the top.
So, like, Dad told me this story about these 5 other adventurers that, like, they went the other way from where we went. It was pretty cool, but they never came back.
Why didn't they come back?
I don't know. He didn't say. He just said that they just never came back. But they were pretty cool.
That sounds like many of my adventures in the past.
Bruh.
Sometimes
I'm still
they
so
just never
amused
come
by that
back.
idea.
Sometimes they just never come back.
Are these 5 other
Like,
adventurers-
mildly concerned by all of the adventures you've been through.
Do you have like a tattoo on like your wing, like Boris
when
the
you
first,
just-
Boris the second, Borita the first, Boris the
Yeah.
third?
It is memorialized in my folds.
You
Oh,
just got
God.
which one
Under
is
there.
tattooed like right in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just like face tattoos everywhere. You can't see them because it's under all the rings.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect. You're the most beautiful creature I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, thank you, thank you. That means everything.
I know. So this light beam, is it normal for it to be frayed at the top? Ish. I'm gonna go with no.
What's the equivalent of a history check?
Yeah.
Clever?
Clever?
I'm like only
Yeah.
using clever and sly.
I imagine.
Well, I
Clever?
looked at it, and quick is actually for spotting something. So, like, a
Oh, so
perception.
do quick.
Oh.
Clever or quick?
Quick.
I'm gonna do one as well.
Oh, why did
Yeah,
you go?
that is an 11.
Got a 6.
Golden
I
nugget.
got a 6.
I got a 10.
I got a 4.
You're too busy bobbing.
Yeah. I'm doing my job. I'm keeping us all safe.
Yeah, good job.
Yep.
Keep it up, Billy. Real proud of you.
Godspeed. Godspeed.
One job on this stupid ship.
This. So, you're thinking about the room before and the orb in the middle with the like white kind of field around it that had like a flow or a current to it. And it seems like this might be the top of that. Like, have you ever seen a map of the Earth where it shows like the magnetic poles going around it?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like that, but 3-dimensional. And you're looking at it and you think like this might be the very top. So like the beam of light is touching the ground, and then at the top it's like spoking out in like strands. Using my hands a lot.
That's okay, I do it too when I DM.
Mhm.
So that light beam, it actually goes all the way through the earth. It like keeps it on its axis. It's like a stick. But I don't think it should be fraying at the top like that.
That does seem strange.
And it flickered. So that's probably not a good thing.
It is starting to flicker more.
Oh, that does
Flatten
not
out
look
again.
good. That does not look good.
And the big tower that you're in shakes more. And we're gonna take a break because I have to give a dog some medicine now.
Alright, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
I thought you guys had heard that.
All right, it's Jeanette time.
I don't know what that is, but I'm here for it. Hi, we're back.
Drop the link, cat. Drop the link.
No.
We're not gonna gate Jeanette.
I'm
We
afraid
shouldn't.
now.
It's the silly like vocal warm-ups we do before our podcast. It's run by a lady named Jeanette.
Oh, okay.
From the National Theatre in the UK.
Our neighbors think that we're in a cult. It's fine. But D&D is a cult, so
It absolutely
No.
is. And we're
Absolutely.
here for that call.
Cat, Woody, like you've
Right.
got
Yeah,
glasses
we are.
on.
Oh my god.
Alright, take us away again.
Alright, so for those just coming in, we are, well, not we. There's a band of familiars exploring a tower in the very north of the world of Ankar called the Spire, and you've just reached the 6th level, and there's something going on outside in, like, at the North Pole, basically, where something is happening where the light is flickering and the tower is shaking. So that's kind of where we left off. Old Captain Kirk. And yeah, that's what's happening. What would you all like to do?
oh, what do we do? I don't know what we do. This is very strange.
I just know what that thing is. I don't. And why am I southern? God damn it, Billy. Look.
Billy has stolen your accent.
Whatever
Together,
accent you
pull
all end
together
up
the
with,
Russian.
that'll be the canon accent.
Suddenly
of
I'm the one from
Island.
New York. What the hell?
It's Brooklyn. Where I'm from.
Like old Brooklyn.
But like
Brooklyn
old
Range.
Brooklyn. Like old Jewish Brooklyn with the nice deli meats and the... Alright, I'm good. Let's go.
Pastrami.
Billy,
I had to get back in the character.
could Billy like take a glance back into the room with like all the floating stuff and see if like the magic is going haywire?
The white kind of sphere, that like protective sphere that's around the orb in the center is
Mhm.
flickering also.
I don't think
That
that
can
is
be
good. That is not good.
It does not sound good.
No.
On a scale to
I'm like flattened out like a pancake on the ground, like looking around, like can't be good.
Just a bat. Like,
Yep.
A bat.
Can
cake.
we see where like those like shadows went?
up
Up still.
It's a very tall tower. It's
I don't
magic.
think I can scrabble up glass walls, so could I hitch a ride from someone?
Oh yes, you can hit right on me. I have beautiful feathers on my back.
you
Very
do.
comfy, very comfy.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm
do.
gonna like lean down and let you onto my back.
Thank you for the consent of being able to ride you. It is very important.
Oh yes, I like giving rides. Very
I think Billy like will climb up on your back as well, hitch a ride.
Yeah, I'll like put down my wings and let you on like their stairs.
Like the
We'll catch her.
Albatross in Rescue
Bye.
Rangers. Alright, I get on Calliope's back and we go.
All
We will
right.
fly.
Is Oak okay? Can Oak climb? He's a squirrel.
Oak doesn't want anyone to get hurt because of him.
Oh, I
feel
can
like-
handle that. That's okay. It's not... Matt's chest isn't insulated, but it's insulated against heat, because, metal and, fragile metal bits. So give me a second and I'll jury-rig something up. Hang on. And I'm gonna jury-rig, like, a platform on Calliope's back for Oak. It's nothing major. It's just, like reverse tinfoil, essentially. Like, the shiny bit is up. So the shiny stuff stays with Oak or like heat stays with Oak rather than going to into Calliope or any of us.
And you just had like a whole ball of tinfoil from somewhere.
Look, you
Just,
got duct tape and tinfoil. These are necessary parts to fixing a warforged who has busted out her circuits, raging.
You realize I'm taking notes, right?
I know.
Okay. Just saying.
Wow.
And this is good for me because then Oak can tan my back, help with that. It never gets the sun, never sees the
It's only feathers. It's never gonna see the sun unless you want it to be plucked.
Yes,
Thank
and I
you.
do not want.
Yeah, these feathers are gorgeous. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Thank you. I like.
So I
And then we will fly.
All right.
basically
Calliope
just wrap
Airline.
Oak's bottom in like tinfoil, like legs and butt.
Say, Calliope should make a fierce check because if you're trying all three of them at once,
Let us see.
might
I
be
can
difficult.
go with Batty. Batty can just take me with the feet.
Yeah, if you that or you could hang on like a little backpack, backpack.
Yeah,
I
bat rat pack.
I
Yeah,
did
there
get
we
a
go.
9.
Jeez. You people roll too well.
It'll never happen again.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not
Regular
trusty.
campaigns never happen.
In 2023, we'll all just get nat 1.
Yep. We'll get the
No!
Wheaton curse.
Oh!
Don't say that.
When you get to level 7, it is extremely dark. From how it looks on the outside, you know the spire gets like narrower as it goes higher. But if you like search for walls, you don't see them unless you like go towards them. And when you find them, they don't feel like normal walls. That makes sense. They're a little bit like fuzzy, like shadowy kind of stuff. Similar to the shadowy creatures.
Why does this wall feel like shag carpet?
I sit in the middle of the room and just like hang off my echolocation all over the place.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You've unlocked the secrets.
We just
Yeah.
flew into the inside of a fuzzy mimic. It's fine.
Don't encourage her.
Does the mouth close? No.
Oh no.
You really need to brush your teeth, Mr. Mimic. It's fuzzy in here.
You can like when you eat too much candy.
Me right now.
After Christmas. You can feel there's like boundaries. There are boundaries, but it feels much larger than it should be. And I'll say it doesn't feel exactly like part of the building. It feels almost like a demi-planar kind of pocket room kind of thing.
But why is it fuzzy?
It's just the walls are not like solid.
Can we go through
Explain
it?
all of this.
You mean like fuzzy, like
try.
staticky, or fuzzy, like as in actual texture
Like-
fur?
Like staticky.
Okay. Because I'm
Yeah.
thinking
So-
like,
Me too. I was thinking fuzz too.
like the inside of the
It's
back
fun.
of like a 70s van just covered in shag
Oh,
carpet
Oh
everywhere.
I imagine
Oh.
Cat's vulture just like flying, and then like it's like I'm gonna fly through it, and just like hits the wall, and then we all fall.
no. Yeah, pretty
Are you-
much.
Are you going toward wall or ceiling?
I'm gonna check out the wall first. I'm just gonna like kind of reach out to it as best I can with my wing as I'm flapping by.
I guide them with my echolocation since they can't see.
There you go. You push against it. It doesn't seem to move, but it doesn't feel like fully solid. You can't go through it though. You don't feel like you can go through it.
Got
Hmm,
my
this-
screwdriver again and kind of on it.
And it makes like a hollow sound, like when you hit a big empty container, like a really
Hmm.
massive one.
Don't like that.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's like what Ma's chest sounded like until I started like moving furniture in. No, it's real nice. You guys should come see it. Maybe Oak can like heat it up while we're on our way back because it gets kind of cold in there.
It's not a bad idea.
But
Very
it's
good.
like it's like 3 floors, like a bedroom loft and like a library and then like a workroom.
There's a lot of space in there.
She's got a big chest.
I love it.
I'm not sure how long it would stay warm for after I left, but I could try, I suppose.
Well, it would just be for the travel, because you know what? Let's focus.
Yes, we kind of need to deal with the shaking and the beam and whatnot.
You don't feel the shaking in this room.
Could I
I will say that.
roll to like see if like among like the fuzzy shadowy stuff there's like any like shapes like what we saw?
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. It was like. Oh yeah. Spot. So a quick check?
I'm gonna do
I've
one
been
as
doing
well.
that check wrong the whole time.
I got
It's
a
alright.
9. No,
Ooh, I got a
I got a
nine.
10.
Playing.
Yay.
I got a
I
6.
lied. I got a 10. I messed up.
Got a 4.
Grief. Okay. You don't. I'll say with the 10.
I also got a 10.
You also got a 10. Okay. So both of you that got a 10, you don't see any shadowy creatures in here. But you can hear sounds above you. There's like more of that like scrabbling, but it sounds far away. And lots of like like sneaky little laughter of something. But it's like it sounds far away.
You know what? I just need like a toothpick and Calliope. We're gonna run like knight and horse, and we're just gonna lance them. So let's go.
Oh, all right. We can do that. I'm gonna fly
Up?
up. Yeah, as fast as I can.
Okay. As you go up, you go through.
Was it fuzzy?
And you see Calliope and everyone attached disappear into the space above.
I go up as well with whoever's left over.
Okay, cool. The 8th level is white stone. There are no windows, but there are silver and gold cogs and levers and handles and basins and every manner of mechanical contraption you could imagine. Every structure in this room ticks like a clock, and they all move slightly.
Reggie's in heaven.
Yeah. You don't see any more shadowy creatures in here either, but you do hear it sounds much closer now that you're in this room. And there's like an aperture in the ceiling.
You know, when we come back down, can we like stop in this room? I think I need to draw something.
All right. Well, of course, we're going to be in here for a while because Billy needs to bother things, so you have lots of time.
You understand me.
I got you. I've been through a lot of adventures. I know people.
You please
Sort
touch you again. That was so fun about you.
I got you. Don't worry.
I'm going to say for this room, you can tell me, everyone can tell me 2 different checks they want to make. You need to succeed on at least one of them. And total, you can only fail 3 times. So there's going to be like 10 total checks. 3 failures means you get like stuck. The DC for all of them is going to be 8. But you get to decide what check you make, and then I'll tell you what happened.
And it's to move through all the gears or whatever?
Yeah, to like start moving things around. It's basically like a giant puzzle room, and you're trying to figure out how to open the ceiling.
I'm gonna use quick so that like with my echolocation and like try to fly through some of the gears and see if I can find a way that way.
Ooh, okay. Go for it. First roll.
Oh, that was an 8 on the thing, so 10 total.
Great. That's 1 success.
These chicken
I'm-
dice are rolling really well tonight.
Yay, chicken dice!
Right? So as you're like flying around and echolocating, you're able to like you find these little switches and you knock a few of them and things start spinning just a little bit faster. Let's go next.
Gonna go with clever,
Okay.
because, you know, this seems like gnomish technology or goblin technology, and, you know, it just works. But, you know, rat technology, it's coming along. It's in the same vein. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, rip.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
And I have no mod.
So you're trying to like figure this technology out. You're like, it's gotta be gnomish or like goblin or something, like some like quick clever thing made this. And as you're looking around, it looks so unlike all of those things that you basically like try to like use like your little screwdriver to like turn something and it comes off.
Nothing. And I'm just gonna hide it behind my back.
Oof.
It must be
I-
orcish technology, it doesn't stay together.
Once more, we're at the technology. I am going to like kind of try to like force it with my beak, just starting to peck things because, you know, Boris is a barbarian, so he's very used to brute forcing, and that's what I'm used to. So I'm going to try, I guess that's fierce.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to just peck. Oh, that's a 10. I'm doing
Okay.
so well.
So as you're like kind of bashing at things, you manage to there's like a basin sitting on something and you like bash into it and it knocks over, but it like hits perfectly onto something else that you're like, oh, of course. And something like it sounds like several things unlatch and then the room kind of shifts and there are more buttons and things to push.
Oh, look, there is more.
Good job, Calliope.
Yes, I intended that all along. I am very smart.
I know. I can
Smart
tell.
and beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Who's next?
And then Calliope is now Reggie's girlfriend in our campaign.
Cradle robber.
I think Billy is gonna use Sly as he kind of just starts hopping around, climbing things, scurrying around, basically trying to just find his way through the intricate gears. I got 8.
Perfect. That's a success. So as you're kind of like zipping through all of these little mechanisms, there's almost like you're finding these weird little like turnstile things, and you hop through several of them, and something starts like whirring. You can like hear it.
He's like sitting on a gear and it's going really fast. He's like, oh,
I'm gonna be sick. All right, Oak.
You're gonna lose your hat.
Something you would like to do for your first check?
Oak is going to go with quick for the first check and just kind of like just run around trying to figure things out that way. See if running around in different patterns will help.
Awesome.
Might. Knows.
Yeah.
It'll be a 12.
Dang.
oh, nice.
Darn.
Extra success. Dang, that's so good. Okay. Yeah, like you're trying to find different you're trying to find different patterns and you find like there's these little like plates that you keep stepping on. They kind of sink down. And then you're like finding them on the walls and all sorts of weird places. And things reorient again.
Climbing around on the console of the TARDIS at this point.
Right? And like you see the aperture in the ceiling starts to go like open just slightly. There's like a little sliver of light. All right, second round. Who's doing what?
I like to imagine that after spinning, like Billy gets like launched off of it, and he like lands on something and bites it with his mouth, and then he starts like shaking his head, and he's gonna roll a fierce.
Okay. I like that.
I got an 8 again.
Okay. You see like something ticking, and you just launch at it like this little like thing is going like this, and you're like, stop it, and you like bash at it, and like wrestle it, and it like clicks down fully into place and stops ticking, and several of the platforms disappear, and the aperture opens a little bit more.
Sweet. I am going to my ego has now been bolstered. So as if I know exactly what I'm doing, I'm just going to start pressing random things with my beak now, and I'm going to do a clever roll.
Okay. Go for it.
I know what I'm doing.
I know. I can tell.
All of this is very easy. And that is an 8.
All right.
Right on the dot.
Good. This is good. Yeah, as you're like going through and like pushing buttons, and it seems like everything is going well. The aperture opens a little bit more, a couple of the platforms sink down, and there's only 2 things left. You really only need one more success.
With the gear in hand that I accidentally on purpose broke, I'm going to feel a little upset that Calliope is figuring this out faster than me. So I'm just gonna like accidentally on purpose throw the gear away, and hopefully it will land somewhere useful. So I will be disguising my mistake with sly.
Excellent.
There you go.
I meant to do that.
A 9.
Nice.
Hey!
Way to go, Reggie.
I meant
As-
to do that.
As Reggie is disguising his mistake, he like
It's so Reggie,
whips
though.
this gear like a frisbee, and what you didn't see was there was like a little slot opening in the wall, and it flies perfectly into this slot opening, and all of a sudden you hear a bunch of clicks, and the room stops ticking, and the center part of the room kind of it like lifts up into like a spiral staircase, and the aperture opens.
Hey.
No railings on this staircase.
I knew that my PhD in button pressing came in handy one day.
You did amazing, gorgeous. Good job.
Took many years to get that PhD.
Well, I imagine because you're
I've been
snapped in and out of
adventuring.
existence on a regular basis.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
What's a PhD?
Did you get it from this side of the veil or the other?
Or the other, of course. And it is fancy wood.
What does it mean?
It's familiar, spelt with a PH at the front because it's very fancy.
Yeah.
Familiar housing development.
Oh, so you know how to build houses.
It's a PhDD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really nifty.
It is very useful.
It's great. A world of familiars. Who even knew?
Yep.
I think Billy is gonna start going up. He's gonna make his way up. His little legs.
I hop down off Calliope
I'm gonna
and
fly
start
up.
heading up as well.
Yeah, fly.
You fly.
Right.
I fly.
Oak will take the stairs.
I picture
since
you're, like,
there is
very-
no railing.
Hey,
You're
how
very
do you
like
like
graceful.
your tinfoil pants there, Oak?
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Very comfy. I feel even warmer than usual.
Yeah, that'll happen. If you get too warm, you just have to turn them inside out, and then the shiny side is out. That'll let all the heat out.
Okay, thank you.
I love this.
Fire squirrel wearing tinfoil pants. I'm here for it.
As you come up through this aperture opening, you see a room that looks entirely dissimilar to any other part of the spire. It's wood paneled with wood floors like an attic. There are 9 rectangular pedestals carved with a variety of glyphs arranged in a circle, and in the wood floor is a small semi-spherical divot also inscribed with and surrounded by tiny glyphs. Confronting you is a gang of shadow stoats, small, quick weasel creatures made of dark mist. They seem to have some object, and they collectively hiss at you as you all come through the aperture opening.
Hey!
I'm gonna say, does someone want to, roll initiative, kind of? We'll say, make a quick check.
Okay.
As opposed to the
Alright.
stoats to see who goes first.
I got a +2 on
the
quick.
group.
Yeah, I do as well.
That looks like most of us do.
That's great.
I got something very special here right now. I got a big fat 1.
Oh, got a 2.
Oh no!
Yeah. Of course, it's on initiative.
Oh no!
It's the
3.
seeker.
It's a 3. My frog went out. It's a 3 technically.
Oh, I got a 9.
All right.
I got a 9 as well.
The quick ones.
I didn't. I got a 4.
Yeah, not
So,
quick.
Hadley, even with 2 9s in the group, Stoats rolled a 10. Because
Hey, that's
sometimes I
fucking
roll well. Apparently
So
when I'm
sorry.
DMing. So the Stoats are going to go first. A couple of them come at you and they shoot out their little shadowy claws and scrabble at you. And they're zipping all around you and the floor gets really slippery. They make oil on the floor. So as you're trying to get over to them, they make the floor real slippery. And anyone that's going to be going over towards them will need to make a quick check first before they can successfully get to the Stoats. They seem to have something. They're guarding it. And the tower is shaking even more than it was. Like that. And you all can take turns as they make this slick puddle in front of you. What do you all like to do?
Well, I would just like to give them the opportunity to hand over whatever the hell they have before I get nasty.
Okay. Let's say fierce or clever to try and convince them or intimidate them into.
7?
Okay, that's pretty good.
What are you doing? Convincing or intimidating?
Not great.
Convincing.
Okay. Going diplomatic.
Oh. I also got a 7, so I'm gonna say you win.
Alright. Hand it
They
over
start
then.
to,
March forward.
looking at each other yeah, okay, and you see the hint of a wooden sphere that's also covered in these glyphs and stuff. It seems to be glowing though, and the glyphs on the floor are not.
Interesting. There are also things in Ma's chest that glow that should not. And things that should glow that do not. Hand it over.
They're like one of them that seems real dense is okay. It's
Hey, we
and the
found
others are
another
what
Billy.
are you doing? And they're fighting over it.
Maybe
now,
they'll
but you
bob
can
at each
see
other.
You can see it's a sphere. It seems like it would fit into the divot in the floor.
Good.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead. Anyone
I
else
was gonna say while they're all start fighting over it, Billy jumps in with his elbow and just starts like helping the fight and like trying to get it away. I guess I'll roll fierce.
Yeah.
Give him the elbow. Give him the chair, Billy. Give him the chair.
People's elbow.
I got a 5.
Okay. You kind of get in the scrum, and it's just like lizard surrounded by weird noodly shadow creatures. You're in there.
I'm gonna fly up over the top of them and like use my echolocation to sort of call out like where the enemies are, I guess.
Nice.
And I'll use quick to spot them.
That's great.
It's a 10, so
Great. Yeah, you're like pointing people out, and it's making it easier for Billy to like get the elbows in. Like,
oh, you're on their left.
Give him
You're
the
on
chair.
their left. You're on their left.
Yeah.
else?
Billy is straight up fist fighting people. He can't really make fists, but he is just like going
Yeah.
for it.
Like slap fighting.
Yeah,
Billy's
with his,
going down.
like bearded dragons have such weird fingers, so he's just like blah, 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 blah.
Just slapping them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like kind of like fly up, and I'm gonna be like, yes, I can do that trick too, and I'm going to flap my wings, and this like oil is gonna come off and just on top of the weasels, just making it more of this like slick mess as I'm circling around, just like flapping, and this oil is just all getting on top of them.
Weasels are like sliding across the room now, like, ah! Like every time they get hit with an elbow, they're flying across.
Paw,
Well-
left claw.
I know Oak has something that might be particularly useful.
Mhm.
Yes, you might want to use it against them. And also, it's fun. Or you can do whatever you want.
So, you know how oak is made of fire, right? He is just gonna kind of like run at one of them and jump. Try and like them that way.
And they're like covered in oil, so they're like made of fire.
Gonna be, it's amazing. Thank you, Calliope. What should I roll for that?
Oh gosh. Quick? Or fierce, depending on like what kind of mood you feel like Oak is in.
Definitely quick.
Okay.
11.
With like oil and grease flying everywhere, and like like calling out things, and Billy throwing elbows, and Reggie's like just trying to see what the heck is going on, and like, give it back, give it over here.
I would also like to add some more chaos.
Sure.
I summon a horse. Just a whole ass horse.
Yeah. Feed on the
I'm
horse.
surprised that's the one that you took.
I
Yeah.
rolled for them like it said to.
Horses, yeah.
Feed on the horse.
That's so funny. Okay, so Oak goes like flying in, fully on fire, and a bunch of these shadow stoats go up in flames and just kind of like poof into smoke. And then a horse appears and runs through the room. The shadow stoats scatter because there's a freaking horse in the room. Who would like to try to use Sly to get the ball back in the divot?
I got a
I can
plus
try. Oh, you got a +3. Do it.
3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do it.
I also have a +3, so if somehow you fail, I could try.
I'll say you could both do it because you're both like,
Team effort.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 6, so with a +3, that's a 9.
okay,
Got a 7.
that's great. So between the two of you, like with stoats flying everywhere and a horse running through. You're able to like skid through the slick oil around the horse's hooves and avoid them, and you're able to roll this ball back into place. As it lands in the divot, all of the shadow stoats poof out of existence. The horse starts like chewing on the wood, and all of these little glyphs start glowing, and the pillars start glowing, and the shaking stops. And I'm gonna sit there for a minute. And it seems fine. There's like oil everywhere. Everybody's filthy.
Is the room on fire?
No, it was mostly the stoats on fire because Oak went like straight for those shadow stoats that were covered in goo.
Okay.
And so they all kind of like poofed as soon as Oak touched them, pretty much. Yeah.
Did we do it?
Seems
Did
like
we win?
something has stopped. You hear voices below, like several floors down.
Ram's just thundering up the stairs.
Yep.
It's fine.
I think we did it.
Oak knows he's about to be caught in the center of another arson. This time Stephanie's not here. Also take partial credit.
I think Billy is gonna get distracted by the horse and starts like running after it, like I'm gonna wrangle the horse.
Oh no, he's going to bob at it. Oh no.
Hey,
Billy's a cowboy, so
leave Dodger alone.
I'm wrangling the horse.
No, leave Dodger alone. Don't bother Dodger.
You can't tell me what to do.
I literally just did. My horse.
Can I? Can I try to use like light kinesis? My wizard digits to just like throw like a rope on the horse.
I would also like to use wizard digits to make that not happen.
Like fighting.
Let's say opposed quick checks. Whoever gets higher succeeds with the rope. That appears out of nowhere.
9.
I got an 11.
Oh fuck! Hey,
You
let
lasso the
Dodger out of that rope. He's a free horse.
Does the horse last you? Doesn't say on the one sheet RPG. Maybe there's just a horse living up here now.
It says summon horse, just a regular old horse. That's what it says.
Yep.
Yeah.
Horse just lives here now.
I'd like to thank Risha Ray and Grant Howitt for putting a horse in my world at the top of a tower at the North Pole.
It is now the tower keeper.
I know what I imagine.
Yep.
I imagine the rope going over the horse's neck. Billy is holding the other end of it, getting dragged around, just behind it.
You see
Because
what
he
you've
can't
done?
hit the freaking horse.
You see what you've done? Like, look what you've upset Dodger. He's upset now.
I'm just waiting for people to get up here and be very confused by the horse.
Yeah. Yep. Eventually, the people do manage, the adventurers manage to get up to the top. Figure out what to do.
Bearded
with
dragon
the horse.
getting dragged around in a circle.
Maybe someone polymorphs the horse for a minute so that they can like take it downstairs. I don't know. And once you get back down to that, I think 6th level, that's the windows. I don't remember my building. Yes. Once you get back down to the 6th level with all the windows, you see the wind blowing outside, you see the solid like beam of light on the horizon. Off in the distance, you don't see any shadows anymore.
Is it still frayed?
It is.
Okay.
But you get the idea it's kind of supposed to be that way. Sometimes it looks like the strands go a little bit longer, and then it looks like the Northern Lights.
Gotcha.
And you're able to, what would you like to do for the rest of the evening? Because that's the adventure, that's it. But you're welcome to, like, hang out in this building.
Go back downstairs and get more
Go back
love.
downstairs for more pizza and crickets and
Yep.
I think
marshmallows, burnt marshmallows.
Billy spends the rest of his evening bobbing and making sure that every inch of this tower has been challenged by him and is safe.
Excellent, excellent. Another 24
We come back
hours
3 hours
goodbye.
later with snacks just to watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
Oh,
finds
we
a
made
mirror
it to floor
and
7. Finally.
He finds a mirror and gets distracted. And
It's
it's
like-
just
It's like 100 years later, Billy is still said to be bobbing at things in the tower.
The
Yeah.
fractal room took like eons.
Oh yeah.
Well, I have more pizza that I do share with my new friends. And I end up calling it Reggie's Slice. Because it is mine. But I am sharing it. And you can put crickets on it if you want.
I put some moths on it.
oh yeah.
Crickets only! Bats! Crickets
What
only!
about marshmallows?
That's disgusting. Try it.
Oak is going to try it, actually.
It's crunchy and gooey and sweet and salty and tomatoey and great.
This is actually better than like, some of the food that Sephi eats.
I think Billy bobs at the pizza and then attacks it.
I even put crickets. Okay, yeah, you're gonna take it to the floor. Okay.
It's bad vibes. He needs to death roll it.
Just a full
Oh my
pizza
gosh.
wrestling match.
Just covered in like burnt marshmallow and
sauce.
tomato sauce.
It's so great.
When Reggie's not looking, Bat just like grabs a moth and like taps it over the pizza so that it like the chuck goes on it. Like Parmesan
Oh, like
cheese.
Parmesan.
cheese.
Oh my god.
I imagine that I take like a slice of the pizza and I wrap it in a bone and I just kind of eat it like it's a chicken wing.
This is a sin against pizza.
We're all singing against pizza here.
Hey, that's handy. It's a handheld without getting your hands dirty.
Yes, I need to protect the talents. It's very important. They need to stay beautiful and not chipped.
You didn't chip them after all that.
Oh no, these are very strong talent.
Ah, yeah, I guess you did use your beak to button press.
Yes,
Yeah,
beak also very strong. Good at pecking.
I can tell. It's very calciumized, whatever.
Yes, that word. Big word.
Calcified. That's the one.
Yes, even better word.
Oh wow.
That was the ADHD not giving me the right word. Well.
You all, spend an evening eating pizza in various forms, enjoying warm baths and warm beds. You've saved the world and no one even knew.
That's fine.
We're awesome.
And no adventurers died.
That's
Somehow.
right.
Thank you so much, Emily, for running us through this one-page one-shot.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm
You did
happy to
it
play
right.
this again whenever.
Yeah.
New adventure for the same party, or whatever the case may be. If you like this game, go check it out on Darrington Press. It's written, again, by Marisha Ray and designed by Grant Howitt, who did Honey Heist. You may have seen it on the Critical Roles, or not Critical Role, but we had fun doing it, and we hope you enjoyed it too. So just quick around the table, we'll introduce ourselves again just to make sure that all the new people that came in know who we are, starting with Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily, also known as Corvée, with a Q. I write adventures that sometimes I play here on this channel, and I also play in the Fixies 5, and I also paint miniatures and do other stuff. So if you look up Corvée with a Q, you'll probably find me somewhere.
Yeah, we will. Storyteller's Tavern, new to our channel, but we're so happy to have you. Tell us about you, the three of you, and anything you're doing. What can we look forward to in the new year?
Yeah, so thank you so much for having us. We're the Storyteller's Tavern. We do TTRPG podcasts. We're currently doing the Sunless Citadel, which premieres every Thursday on our YouTube channel and anywhere you can find podcasts. I'm Kat. I'm basically like the head editor, creative director here, and yeah, you can find me mostly with Storyteller's Tavern.
Yep. I'm Ash. I'm also one of the Storyteller's Tavern people. I make sure that the social media continues to run, and I subject myself to the Twitter and TikTok hellscapes for the Storyteller's Tavern, while Kat lovingly mostly deals with our Instagram, which is a much nicer, softer community than the hell that TikTok and Twitter expose you to. And personally, outside of Storyteller's Tavern, you can find me if you are looking for Star Wars chaos in your life at Ash of Clan Ren, W-R-E-N, not like Kylo Ren. No shade to Kylo at all, but I'm not a Knight of Ren. I'm from the Mandalorian clan. So
Ash likes Star Wars, can you tell?
It's my Mon Mothma sweater. So
I told you guys.
I just love her.
So what are we simping? Mon Mothma and Wedge Antilles? Yeah.
And Nora Wesley.
I'm okay with
And
this.
just a lot of
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Honestly, yes.
And then there's
Woody.
There's me.
Woody.
I'm Woody. I'm not really active on the socials, but if you really, really, really want to follow me, you can follow my account at Thumeria, Pthumeria. It's a reference to Bloodborne. I do writing at the Storyteller's Tavern, so I mostly kind of wrangle writing for social media and stuff like that, and I also kind of help out with other writing stuff. I'm not very active on the socials, but you know what? It's the thought that counts, and if you really want to message me, I guess you can.
you also edit. You also edit our episodes.
I also edit. I edit our episodes, some of them.
Important work. Speaking of editing and social media and wrangling, Artemis.
Yeah, I'm Artemis. I do all of the above, and I'm just the resident crazy lady here. I do our art for our games and whatever else Aphi needs help with at the time. And yeah, I don't really ever leave anymore.
Yeah, and I'm Aphi the DM. You can find me at the Vactaire or Aphi the DM. It'll probably be Artemis responding to you on the Vactaire, and if it's for me specifically, they'll just point me in the right direction. So I just want to thank everybody for the last 10 one-shots. Not just this crew here, which was amazing. So thank you, cast and DM.
I did it!
Yes.
It was so much fun. But
Look, there's a familiar back there.
yeah. Thanks to everybody who participated in both our December campaign and our Spooktober campaign in October. We raised over $1,500 for Extra Life, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. So there's still a little bit of time to go and donate if you got a couple extra bucks handy. It all helps. Everything helps. And
Spend your Christmas money on charity.
Yeah.
We'll guilt you into it. You can just go to our Extra Life page, go to the roster, pick somebody on our team, and so a couple bucks their way. It will stay local to their area. So if you donate to me specifically, it will go to the McMaster Children's Hospital in Hamilton, Ontario. But depends on where the person is, that's where it's going to go. That's the plan, unless there's like critical funds needed. So Extra Life will return. Spooktober will probably return. We'll do something else in June for Pride. You know, just
Okay.
Got stuff coming up in February.
yeah, a birthday extravaganza in February. TBD. Details to follow. Just check our Instagram. We'll post it there when we figure it out. But yeah, have a safe and happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy New Year!
Happy New
Happy
Year!
New
Stay
Year.
safe. Don't drink and drive. Wear a mask. We love you.
Be safe
Be safe.
Tacos.
in general.
And stick around for the raid because we love to pay it forward to our Dungeons and Dragons tabletop community. Have a good night and
Yeah.
thank you again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.